Okay, so today we're going to dive into this whole world of high-end thrifting.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. So, like finding designer stuff, but without, spending a fortune.
All right. Like those amazing finds, those hidden gems.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that sparked this whole deep dive is this video. It's about a thrift haul, but get this, from a multimillionaire's mansion.
Wow. A mansion. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Right. And it features this organization. They're called Sisters. And what they do is they help clear out these places and then resell the valuable stuff.
So wait, they go into these like super wealthy homes and basically curate a giant thrift store.
Pretty much. It's wild. Just imagine the kind of stuff you could find.
Oh, I know. Designer clothes, vintage pieces, maybe even some like antique furniture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the scale of this, it's insane. The video mentions like tons of items. Tons.
Tons. Wow, I give you a sense of like the lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
What people accumulate.
Right. It's like a window into that world, the world of the ultra wealthy.
And it raises questions too, doesn't it? About like, why do we own so much stuff?
Yeah. And what happens to it all? Like when they decide they don't want it anymore.
Exactly. And that's where Sisters comes in, right? They're giving these items a second life.
Yeah. Instead of just ending up in a landfill.
Exactly. Which is amazing because it's all about sustainability, reducing our consumption.
And it also makes these like luxury items accessible to more people.
Right. Because let's face it, most of us couldn't afford to buy this stuff new.
Totally.
Hmm.
So, tell me more about this Sisters organization. What's their deal?
Well, from what I gathered, they're a nonprofit,
Okay.
and their focus is really on reducing waste.
Makes sense.
And they support various charities through, reselling these high-end
Oh,
items.
that's cool.
Yeah, so they work with individuals like during estate sales or when people are downsizing, and they carefully select and authenticate everything.
So it's not just a random jumble sale, it's curated.
Exactly, and that makes it even more appealing, right?
Totally. It's like a bridge between like a world of excess and then responsible consumption.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Because, you think about it, someone had to buy all this stuff in the first place.
Right, and that gets back to those questions about like, why do we accumulate so much? Is it about status? Or maybe like a sense of security?
Or maybe trying to fill some kind of like emotional void.
Maybe. It's fascinating to think about.
It is. And then, what happens when those items lose their appeal? What's the ethical thing to do?
Exactly. And Sisters, they provide a solution.
Yeah. They make sure it doesn't end up in a landfill.
And they use the proceeds to fund these charitable initiatives.
It's like giving those luxury items a whole new story, a new chapter.
I love that, a new chapter. And I bet there's some incredible finds in that mansion, like imagine.
Oh, I know. Like, it has some serious implications.
Oh, absolutely. For the luxury market itself.
Yeah, I'm curious how this whole high-end thrifting trend is impacting those traditional retailers.
It's a good question. I mean, it challenges that idea of exclusivity, right? Which is so tied to luxury brands.
Right, because if pre-owned items are more accessible, does that, like, dilute the brand's image?
Possibly. And it could affect sales of new products.
But couldn't it also be a gateway?
A gateway.
Yeah, like maybe someone who couldn't afford a brand new designer item, they might buy a pre-owned piece.
Oh, I see. And then they become a loyal customer.
Exactly.
You're right. That's a good point. It could actually broaden their customer base.
And for people who are like environmentally conscious,